Move you a bit. I'm starting a little early today for the first day ever. But I'm feeling a little bit of Wednesday slugs, so this will be a bit of a more invigorating practice. We'll start with a little bit of Kabbalah Bhakti breath to just get our bodies going, and we'll have more arm balances and kind of strength-based of a class today. Tomorrow I'm expecting to do a basics class, and Friday we will do restorative. So we get all the requests in from everybody that's been asking me for the type of class that they like. So find a seat, any seat. I will take Virasana today, sitting back on my heels. Hands resting in the lap or in any mudra that you'd like. Allowing the eyes to soften close. And feeling your body expand circumferentially in a circle around you with each breath in. And gently coming back towards you on each breath out. Coming right into it. Bringing your intention right into your heart center. And letting any thoughts that are residually there from your day simply pass away from you on your exhales. And with each inhale, beginning to just scan your body, arriving in the full, beautiful truth of your shape. Allowing any aches or pains to be there. I'm not wishing anything away, but just breathing right to the state your body is in today. Listening to it. I'm taking 3 rounds of Kabbalah Bhakti breath here. If you've never done this breath before, it's a fast exhale that sounds something like this. And so if you follow me, first take a big breath in. Let it all the way out. And take a nice big breath in again. Breathe it out halfway. And begin. Exhaling out the nose forcefully. Exhale out all the air. Take a big breath in. Hold it in at the top. Tuck your chin. And feeling yourself completely full of air here. Lifting the chin, exhale. 2 more like that. Inhaling in up to the top. Tucking the chin at the top. And closing down your trachea, your airway, trapping the air in. Lifting the chin to exhale out. More on your own. Second round of Kabbalah Bhakti. We'll bring our arms up into a V position, thumbs pointing up to the sky. And take a nice breath in. Let it out halfway and begin. Exhale out all the air. Drop your hands down. Inhale a breath in. Tuck the chin, hold it in. Exhale, lift the chin, releasing it out. 2 more like that. Come to stand for our last round here. And taking the feet wide, heels in, toes out. Bring the hands down towards the knees. And taking in a full breath. Exhale it out halfway. And begin. Exhale it all the way out. Coming to stand, inhale it in. Exhale, tuck the chin. Hold it in. And on an exhale, lift the chin, let it out. 2 more like that. All right. Make your way to the front of your mat, feet together. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Grab onto the left wrist, reach up and over towards the right side. Try to keep the hips towards the middle of your mat, not sticking left hip to the left. Just feeling the space under your armpit, breathing in here. Inhale, back up to the center, grabbing onto right wrist, reach up and over to the left. Root your feet down into the ground. Inhale, back up. Exhale, bend your knees as you fold down to the ground. And so lift your heels up off the ground. Feel that strength in the back of your legs here, holding. Exhaling, fold forwards, hands to the ground. Step back, top of a push-up plank position. Option to bring the knees down for modified plank here. Wherever you are, try to drag the front and back halves of your body towards each other. Like you could feel your belly hollowing a tiny bit up towards the sky here. See if there's any way that your shoulders can feel a little more relaxed. As you exhale, lower all the way down to the ground. Uncurling the toes, roll the shoulders back and down. Pressing the hands down, lift up, cobra pose. Exhale, release. One more time, lift up, feet press down, cobra pose. Exhale, release. Take your fingers wider than your mat and inhale, tent those fingers, lift up for a cobra. Exhale, twisted cobra towards the left, right shoulder drops down. Inhale back up. Exhale, left shoulder down. One more time, each side at the pace of your own breath. And then bringing your hands back underneath your shoulders. Press back through all fours, child's pose. As we begin to move and you feel the fire, the strength building up in your body. Set an intention here now that you'll send your strength towards. It can be your inner health or the health of another, or the courage to do something you know you have to do, or just the courage to love. Inhaling, come back through all fours, downward facing dog. And taking your time in down dog here to walk the feet side to side, or take a big bend in the knees, taking a few bounces here. Not forcing our body places, but working with them to see where they'd like to be. Maybe one hand needs to spread a little further apart than the other to make that shoulder feel good. Do that. Play around. On an inhale, lift the left leg back and up. Holding it here, maybe bending the bottom leg if you need to. Press the left big toe mound far away from the body. On an exhale, bring the knee to the nose, holding it here. Finding your strength here. If you need to drop your back knee down, go for it. Just hug everything that's touching the ground or lift it off the ground up into your belly. And on an exhale, left leg steps forwards. Lower the back knee down, folding over the mat if you need to do so here so you have extra padding. Inhaling, arms lift up to the sky. Scissoring inner thighs together. See if you could feel the back of the heart lifting just as much as the front of the heart. Maybe you begin to find a little baby back bend as your right knee drags forward and your tailbone reaches down. A slight bend. Exhaling, hands down through the heart. Straightening both legs, pyramid pose, Parsvottanasana. If the hands don't reach the ground here, they can come to the front thigh, and you could press thigh into hand, hand into thigh, taking this as more of an isometric or active resistance stretch here. And sending your strength towards your intention today. Exhaling, step to the front of your mat, Uttanasana, forward fold. Bending the knees if you need to here. Clasp opposite elbows and take a little sway side to side. If I seem uneven today, I'm on uneven ground. Releasing the hands, bend the knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. Finding the front of your waist, front of your ribs, gathering together here. We'll be building on all of these poses as our practice progresses, so find the foundations in them first. Spread through the bottom of the feet, big toe mound, little toe mound, and heel rooting down equally. From there, imagine the inner arches lifting up and towards the inner knee. Exhale to stand, hands at the side. Inhale, reach the arms, circle them up overhead. Exhale, roll down one vertebrae at a time. Belly hugs to the sky. Inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. Finding that engagement along your inner thighs. Transfer the weight to the left foot. Bring just the tip of the right big toe to the ground. Like there's a little grain of rice under that toe. Exhaling, switch to the right. Left big toe tip comes to the ground. On an exhale, folding forwards, bending the knees as you need. Inhale, expand through the front of the body, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it forwards. Walk yourself back, plank position, hold it here. See if you could find little lifts a little up and little drops a little down. So taking almost like a little ab exercise in this plank pose here. Little lift up, little drop down. And on the little lift up, you're feeling the front of the hips gather together and the front of the ribs gather together. It's like you have a nice little corset from the back, expanding all around your sides and hugging in at the midline. One more breath in. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra pose. Root those shoulder blades down. Exhale, release. Pressing back through all fours or a push-up, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Option to take 20 push-ups, or to jump into a handstand, or to come down into a child's pose, and to just make this practice yours. Learning to explore what our body needs in any given moment is one of the best gifts we can give to it. And meeting in downward facing dog. On an inhale, right leg lifts up and back. You can bend that left knee here if it feels too intense, but reach far through the ball of the right foot. Maybe spread the right toes. Maybe nod your little pinky toe saying yes. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose and hold it there. Back knee can lower down if you need here, but hug everything in and up towards the sky. Feel a little concavity in your upper back here. And step the right leg through. Lower left knee down, folding the mat over or placing a blanket under the left knee if you need to. Arms rise on up. And everything in the body is supported by the thing that comes below it. So can the feet press and drag towards each other, leading to a nice strong leg that supports the hips, that supports the low back, and suddenly you're both stable and vibrant at the same time. Exhale, hands to the heart. Tuck the back toes under, straighten both legs, Parsvottanasana. Again, hands can come to the front thigh here for more of a balanced challenge. Or if you're not exactly flexible enough to bring your hands to the ground. Also, always option to bring books, those huge Hydro Flask water bottles, or any options you have that you could place your hands on. Exhale, step the back foot forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold it forwards. Chair pose on an inhale, sending the bum back. This time, take that right leg, and you can either take option 1, bringing big toe tip to the ground, or option 2 is coming in towards this figure 4 chair. Feel like your knees want to kick up towards the sky as your bum sits down even more. Exhale, come to stand. Release the right foot down. Inhale, arms circle to the sky. Exhale, fold down one vertebrae at a time, hands through the heart. Inhale, lift up halfway. Bending those knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. Weight transfers to the right leg. First, just to the tip of the big toe. Then maybe coming to that figure four chair here. Knees want to kick up towards the sky while the bum wants to sit back, no matter what variation of the pose you took. On an exhale, hands through the heart. Release the leg and fold it down, bending the knees as needed. Walk or jump yourself back, top of a push-up plank pose. From here, lift your back leg up. Back leg, which back leg, either back leg. Feeling like the heels are kicking to the sky. And then switch. Heels and crown of the head reach so far from each other. If you're down on your knees, you're lifting one knee at a time, which actually can feel a little harder. Switch back and forth one more time here, about a breath in each. And on an exhale, either take a Chaturanga Dandasana or come back downward facing dog. 5 breaths in down dog to explore what you want. And if you're me today, that exploration is just of a nice, beautiful, big breath. Meeting and down dog. On a breath in, right leg lifts back and up. Exhale, bring the right leg towards the nose. Inhale, lift it up and back. And exhale, bring it towards the right elbow, holding it here. Can you lift the back of the thigh higher to the sky? Keeping it in this forward position, bring the right knee towards the left elbow. Hug it in a little higher. Inhale, reach the right leg up and back. Exhale, step it through warrior 2. Breathing into your inner fire here. We've officially entered the astrological age of Aries. Not that I follow astrology that much, but I just love ChandiNicholas.com. And she told us that Aries is the warrior. The time to find your inner strength, to fight what you need, and to love where you need. Exhaling, frame your front foot, step forward, Uttanasana. Lifting up halfway, bend the knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. Option 1, 2, or 3 is here for you now. Lifting just the big toe tip, touching it to the ground. Coming into figure 4, option 2, or option 3, bringing the hands down into prayer and beginning to fold with a nice long spine over that right leg. This needs a bit of flexibility here, but it doesn't matter how far you come right now. It's about feeling like your left heel is still kicking up to the sky, like your right knee wants to reach up and kiss your right elbow, like you're long in the sides of your waist here. Maybe the fingertips come towards the ground to make this a little more passive. 2 more breaths wherever you are. And on an exhale, release the leg, folding it forwards. Walk or jump your legs back. Plank pose here. And taking 5 breaths here. If you're over it, just take a child's pose or something else that fuels you. If you're here, see if maybe you could take just 10 breaths of breath of fire. On exhales, bringing your belly up to the sky with the and exhale, lowering all the way to the ground. Clasp the hands behind the back or just reach the hands towards the heels. Inhale, lift up. Pressing down with the legs as much as you reach with the heart. And finding the strength in your breath here. And sending it towards your intention today for one more breath. Exhale, releasing down. Hands under shoulders. Pressing back through all fours. Wide-legged child's pose here. If you prefer to take 20 push-ups, go for it. And connecting back to what you're sending your strength towards. Inhaling back through all fours. Tuck the toes under, inner thighs lift up and back, down dog. Left leg lifts up on an inhale. Exhale, knee to the nose. Inhale, lift it up and back. Exhale, knee comes towards that left elbow or armpit, holding it here. Feel the front of the body hug up towards the sky. And on an exhale, bring that knee over towards the right elbow. Can you hug everything in? Can you bring or narrow the front of your waist together a little more? And on an inhale, lift the leg up and back. Exhale, stepping it through, warrior two. Moving at the pace you need to with the breath that you find. And claiming your space here. Whatever space you're in. Feeling how you exchange breath with it and it with you. Now just through the flow of oxygen and carbon dioxide, you are the world around you. Whether you think it's too hippy-dippy for you or not. Exhaling, frame the front foot, stepping forward, Uttanasana. Toe heel the feet a little wider than hip distance apart. And squat down, Malasana, garland pose. If the heels are lifted here, you can fold or roll over your mat and bring just your heels onto that mat or slip a blanket under them so they're a little more supported. Option to stay here or to bring your hands to the ground for Bakasana, crow pose. Finding those gecko fingers gripping into the ground so the palm lifts and coming up onto your tippy toes so knees come snuggle into your armpits. And maybe you stay here, hugging your knees in, feeling that strength, or you begin to bring your weight a little forwards, playing with kicking your heels up towards your bum. Finding all that strength in your belly we've been finding here to engage up and towards the sky. When you're ready, release into a forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, folding it forward. Rise to stand, breathing in, arms circle up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Bending the knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. And this time bringing left tip of the big toe to the ground. Taking whichever option is for you. Option 1, toe to the ground. Option 2, figure 4 chair. Option 3, hands come down through the heart. Woo! You begin to send the heart forwards as the hips reach back. And if you could feel your bum and the crown of the head reaching away from each other, you can feel how your whole abdomen, your whole core wrapping from the front to the back, back to the front, is engaged here. Not because you're sucking it in, but because you're reaching your body long. Maybe the fingertips come towards the ground if your flexibility allows it here, or you stay breathing into your strength. Exhale, release the left foot towards the ground. Toe heel your feet a little wider than hip distance, squatting down for Bakasana round 2. Option to stay in this nice wide-legged pose here, where I could just stay forever in Malasana, or to bring the hands down and find Bakasana once again. In your body that I don't even know about, that I've never even heard of, support you here. And then exhale, we meet back, downward facing dog. And taking a vinyasa or dropping into a child's pose if needed here. And then inhale, lift the right leg up and back. Exhale, step it through warrior 2. Making our way into side angle pose. Forearm towards the thigh or fingers towards the ground. If the forearm doesn't reach the thigh, just bring the hand to the thigh. Begin to feel what it's like to side bend in the upper body. And feeling like the right outer side of the leg is trying to reach out towards the right corner of your mat. Externally rotating through that front hip. And on an exhale, reach the left hand to the ground. Springing off the back leg, standing split. Left leg reaches out and back. Press through that left big toe mound like you could step on a wall behind you. One of my favorite ways to find strength in the back of my left leg here is to feel like my left heel wants to kick my left bum, but I'm not letting it. So it's this nice active resistance. Exhale, drop the leg down. Inhale, half leg lift. Exhale, folding forwards. Rise to stand at the front of your mat, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale your hands down through your heart. Full expression of our pose here. Bending the knees, setting the bum back behind you. Any option that you like here, bringing the right big toe to the ground, staying there, or crossing the right leg into figure 4. And finding any version of this pose that works for you. I will teach the full version here. Bringing the hands down to the mat. See if you could hook your right toes around your left upper arm, and the right shin comes to rest on the right upper arm. Toe heel that left foot back behind you a little bit, and play with lifting up that left foot. Maybe it's a little bit, maybe you extend the leg back behind you, like you did in standing split. And whenever you've had enough of it, release the right leg to a forward fold. Grabbing opposite elbows, shake the head up, no. Nod the head, yes. Inhale, lift up and long halfway. Exhale, fold it forwards. Jumping up vinyasa or coming back for down dog. Inhaling, left leg lifts up and back. Exhale, step it through warrior 2. And bringing left forearm to the thigh, side angle pose. Growing longer. Exhaling, right hand to the ground. Reaching the back leg up and back, standing split. Fingers can come to the ground if available, to a chair if not, or towards the left ankle for a balance challenge. See if you could find that feeling of the left heel kicking towards the left bum. So we're very rarely passive in our stretches in this class. We're feeling an active engagement of our muscles in towards our bones. One more breath in here. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it down. Rising to stand on an inhale. Exhale, hands down through your heart. Sending the bum back, chair pose on the left-hand side. Scooting back on your mat if you need to, like me for this pose. And finding any expression of our figure four chair that worked for you here. The full expression of the pose being taught today, being bringing the fingertips to the ground, hooking foot on outer right arm and shin on upper left arm. Hugging in that right heel into the bum. Maybe lengthening it back to that standing split. Coming back to a down dog whenever you've had enough. Dropping your knees to the ground. Sitting back on your heels here. Bring your wrists out in front of you and roll them away from each other. And then roll them in towards each other. And then bring your hands back towards your heels. Coming into a modified camel pose here. So hands back towards the heels. First, roll the shoulder blades back and down and lift up through just the heart. Maybe this is the extent of the pose that you do here. From there, keep the chin tucked and begin to lift the hips up towards the knees. I like to keep the chin tucked for nearly all of camel pose because I have some neck instability. But maybe you begin to drop the head back if that feels good for your body. All the while my heels are kicking my hands as my hands press my heels here. Whenever I'm ready to come out, I begin to send my bum back. My chest is the last thing to settle. One hand on the heart, one hand on the belly, closing the eyes. Feeling the breath, the beat of the heart. Honing this sensation of interoception or knowing what's going on inside of your body. Round 2 of camel pose, or if you prefer to take a child's pose, go for that. Hands come towards the heels. First, the shoulder blades roll back and down. Then the heart lifts up. Pressing the hands down into the heels, so important here. I'm strong throughout this whole pose. I begin to lift my hips up, coming into like a bridge pose with my legs. My chin stays tucked here. My heel tries to kick my hands. I find the place that works for my neck. Come out, I begin to sit my bum back, keeping the press between my hands and my heels. And I come forward onto my belly and roll over onto my back. And placing the feet on the floor, let's find a bridge pose here with a little less of a back bend to reset things. Pressing the feet down, hands turn to the sky. Inhale, lift up one vertebrae at a time. Seeing how this feels different or similar to a camel pose. Maybe you shift a little more weight to the left leg, lifting the right leg up here. Maybe you shift a little leg to the right, a little leg, a little weight to the right, lifting up the left. Exhale, releasing down. Because my friend requested this core class, hands come behind the head here. Let's not make a big deal out of it. I hate when yoga classes are all about core and abs, but can this instead just be about your breath? So walk your feet a little further away from you and flex your feet so that your heels come to your face. On an exhale, rise up. Let this be about your breath. Inhale, hold. Exhale, rise up. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower all the way down. And take a breath in at the bottom. Exhale, rise up. Inhaling to hold. Exhale, rise up. Inhale to hold. Exhale, rise up. Inhale. And exhale, lower all the way down. Take about 3 more with yourself. Not letting it be about abs or core or anything, but letting it just be about moving with the strength of your breath here. And finding that nice, slow lowering down, that eccentric lengthening of the abdomen that we never get. Find one more round with yourself here. And when you're done, grab behind that left thigh. Keep the right leg where it is and kick the left thigh into the hand here so you feel a little space in your low back. Straighten the left leg up towards the sky. And you could keep a straight leg or bend and straighten that leg to work more as an active stretch here. Then the left knee to the chest. And place the left foot down next to the right, bending the right knee. So I could shine a little flashlight or have a little chicken poke its head through there. And exhaling, bending and straightening the leg. If that feels better for you than just the straight, stagnant, static position. Releasing the leg. Bring your legs into Supta Baddha Konasana or a butterfly pose. With the balls or soles of the feet together, knees spreading. One hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And feel all the strength you've cultivated and worked up within you simmering down. With each exhale, send that strength, that intention for that strength, towards whatever it is you decided at the start of class, or whatever else is speaking to you now. You're welcome to take any last pose that's calling out to you here. Whenever you're ready, simply release your legs long, your arms long, coming into your final resting pose of Shavasana. And then we practiced resting. And we allow our foreheads to spread. Allow our foreheads to spread. Our jaw to release. And our eyes to sink back in their socket. And we allow the tongue to release from the roof of the mouth. Ourselves do something with no expectation. This space is yours as long as you want. This space is yours as long as you want. It's been a fun honor to play with you today. The ease in me sees and honors the ease in you. Sees and honors the ease in you. Namaste.